How have you been?
Just dandy.
Just dandy?
Just living life.
Yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Maddy. I'm one of the makeup artists. I worked at the USS Nightmare since 2018.
Yeah, you got 1 year up on me.
Sorry. Well, I started halfway through the season, 2018 actually.
Yeah. Well,
It was like October is when I started.
Xander started halfway through 2021, so I mean,
Yeah.
but I feel like you were definitely a lot more there in 2019 though, and everything. Because I just remember I was like,
You're there? Oh hey.
Yeah.
I think I know you.
Well, no. What made me realize, look like a little bit like who you were was the last name.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, Pilaia. I was like, Nathan Pilaia.
And I was like, I saw Xander. I said.
And then I was like, Xander. Does Nathan have a sister? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what's her name? Maddy. I'm like, there we go.
There she is. I
Put two and two together.
Lizzie was doing Xander's makeup, and I was like, oh hey, like. Yeah.
He was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing here? I'm doing makeup, but like, what are you doing here?
Acting.
Didn't you know I acted?
Yeah.
No. You acted really good at not acting.
So did you start out as just like a makeup artist?
Yeah. So actually, when I got to start makeup,
Yeah.
I came in because I knew someone who knew someone.
Yeah.
And I shadowed the makeup. Like,
You shadowed, yeah.
I shadowed Shelby, and
I don't even know if I remember who that is.
it's okay. She was not there very often, but I shadowed her, and then Glenna, I think it was Glenna or it was Shelby, was like, messaged me like, do you want to work here? And I said, yes.
Of course I do.
Yeah, so the first time, when I shadowed, I don't think I got paid, but like that was,
Yeah.
That was not
Well, how old were you like around that time? Because I know
I was 18.
Yeah.
Easy.
I mean, I was 17 when I first started, so I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah. So. But I don't think I got paid for that. But I was like, yeah, I'd love to.
So you didn't get paid shadowing, right?
Well, it was just that. It was, yeah. It was just that one time.
I was about to say, if they didn't pay you for actually like doing like that.
I was doing some, but
not all.
like, yeah, it wasn't to the same extent.
I was about to say, if they weren't paying you for that, no.
That's alright. It's experience.
Experience? Well, were you like a couple, or did you ever plan on going to college for like any stuff? Or did you go to a like Paul Mitchell kind of like school for like cosmetology?
So I visited a couple places senior year. I went and looked at the Tom Savini School in Pennsylvania, which is like.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that one's big. That one was really.
What's the one that Lizzie's going? Is it Paul's or is it?
No. Ooh, I don't remember what it's called.
She'll when I get her interview,
She'll say it.
Yeah, I'll ask about it.
Yeah, it's a big thing you can't miss.
She is one of the like. She's a makeup artist, but she's also an actor. She kind of does everything, to be honest with you.
A little bit of both. But I went and visited a school up in Chicago too. But that one was like a beauty
school.
More beauty. So I was like in love with the Tom Savini one, but it was like.
Yeah.
It's a little too much. And out of state, it was just a bunch of things, and I was like just not mentally ready. And I'm like,
yeah.
I just was like seeing where I could go with everything. So I'm like,
that's pretty much what you're trying to do when you're like 18 years old and you're like a senior in high school. Or...
I just think going to like right out and like spending that much money.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
Oh God! When I was 18, I got my license and I got my first car. I was like, I'm out and about.
Yeah.
I'm never home.
Yeah,
And then me and Xander went to Pittsburgh and I got my first ever ticket.
That's crazy.
But I drive very safe now because of that ticket, actually.
What was the ticket for?
I was going one above the speed limit in a work zone.
One?
Yeah. And I didn't know. I just went with the flow, and then my parents looked over. And they were like,
"Oh my God!"
And I was like,
Petty.
I was like, why y'all looking at me? What'd I do? And they're like, you were only going one above the speed limit. And I was like,
you could have taken it to court.
I was like, no.
For double fines for You could have.
It was.
You could have
I mean,
fought that.
I could have.
That took a while.
But being 18 years old, I was like,
I'm gonna do what they say.
yeah, I was scared.
Money. I didn't want to
So-
spend thousands of dollars in my teenage years to
Yeah,
go to
no.
college.
No.
So I did not do that. But it's just like
Scary.
You're never too old to start something.
Yeah.
Like you're never too young. You're never too old. So if I choose to do it later, then
Yeah.
it feels more responsible. Or if you have time to save up for it, I think just
Yeah, for sure.
straight out was.
I mean,
kind
I
of
should
crazy.
be an electrician because I went to the Oaks, but I work at fast food.
Well, regarding that, I still work in makeup. I work at Ulta Beauty. So
Yeah.
that was my goal out of high school, was to work at Ulta Beauty. So I
Yeah.
was around the makeup if I didn't go to college, to be in touch with all of it, be able to learn more about makeup in general
Yeah.
and do all this stuff. And here I am 6 years later, still there. It's been 6 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But you do act though
I
at
do.
the Nightmare. But I feel like you only act your infirmary. Infirmary.
Don't put that label on me, but I do love the infirmary.
Yeah.
Did you know how I started acting?
No.
I started out as a breaker.
Oh. Yeah. I knew because you did break a few times and everything.
Yeah.
But then you were definitely you were like, actually?
I kind of liked being a breaker at first because I can play in any scene now.
Yeah.
Like, it was when the breakers did, together. So I
Yeah.
was with Tyler. I would always be with Tyler.
Oh, okay.
And we would do the bunny hopping. And that's just how it worked. Like, I've done the box. I've break the box before.
Yeah. But
I've break-
people are like, but everybody that breaks the box, I mean, they're like,
Except for Captain.
yeah. But
I did
like,
break Anna, though.
Anna, I bet Anna was pretty fun.
It was really fun. It was super fun. I just broke Anna this past year.
Oh, so when
Lizzie was-
when Lizzie was in there, yeah.
Yeah, I just did it this year. Well, no, I guess I did do Captain. Actually,
Yeah.
this past year I did. And I got the screen door closed in my face.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I always had people that I'm sitting over there and I'm going through it myself and they instantly think, oh, I'm gonna go follow him, and I'm like, no, absolutely not.
I was hiding behind the little lip of the wall, and so they were coming through,
Yeah.
and they were running, and I was peeking out. I peeked over. Next thing I knew, the door hit me, and then I moved out of the way, of course, and then they all booked it into Anna, and I said,
Don't run.
I said, oh goodness. I have gotten my fair share of being hurt.
Don't run. Jesus.
That was my knee. The infirmary, it's just some about it. I don't know what it is.
Well, you also have a really cool makeup idea and everything too for the infirmary, because I mean,
Put up a picture.
yeah, you're gonna.
It's this right here.
But it's
or this.
it's a really cool look and everything. I mean, honestly, it's really creepy. And if you didn't know that was in there, you'd probably be like, oh, how'd she put that in there?
It's so fun. It's just, especially for extreme night.
It also looks very time consuming too.
Well, I make the needles.
Yeah.
I make the needles, so yeah, I have to. It was time consuming, but it's just so fun being completely not yourself.
Oh yeah.
Bald cap on, covered in needles,
Yeah.
you're not you at that point,
Yeah.
and it's just
Covered up completely when I have the when on Extreme Tour and everything, when I have the full
body. Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows who
Yeah.
I am.
I walked the top deck. It's so creepy, but I literally would just walk the top deck, just cracking my head back and forth. No one around me.
Yeah.
Just fully, I was in character, and it's just so
You just
fun.
feel yourself in character.
Knowing that you are that creepy and that scary and having that power it's just thrilling. And I love
Yeah.
it. But I don't look, I love but hate how I look in that makeup.
Yeah.
Because
It's grotesque.
It is.
It's grotesque, but also like it's very cool looking. It's
It's all
all-seeing, all-seeing.
all of it.
But we get very creative during the Extreme Tour. We all do. It's very very creative and everything. And I mean, what was the best makeup look that you've ever done? Not on yourself, but on somebody else.
But my needle one's so good.
Obviously that'd be your favorite.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think I really liked the one I did on Lizzie. Turning her into a skull was really fun.
Oh yeah.
I really liked Jack's for Night Watchman.
Yeah.
Rachel's was fun for Extreme Night, her mermaid.
Yeah.
This one here. But I think
they've already seen the one that the one that you did on me of like the museum box and everything.
I just can't do skulls.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I didn't really go for skulls. Like that's not really like what my museum character is. I know that's how it like was at first.
You said half skeleton.
Half clown.
That's what you told me. That's a skull.
Until
Silly
I mean,
goose.
well, like later on in the season, it just turned out to be like
Yeah.
something and everything, and I liked like
It's like more demony.
yeah.
I think is what it came out to.
So like I got a lot more in tune with like the like you know what, screw the skeleton, screw the clown side. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give them a picture, and whatever they do, they do.
Yeah, that's how I prefer it. Just
And everything.
give me a picture. If I don't have any inspiration, please, I just want them to have a picture.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard being creative for
Yeah.
4 different people.
In one night or one like session and
It's
everything.
And then when your airbrush isn't working, and then you're screaming, having a temper tantrum,
Yeah.
trying to get one of the tech guys to come clean your airbrush.
Yeah.
And then Brady's just sitting there with his little fan in his hand, just waiting very
because
calmly.
it was so hot.
Waiting so calmly for me to stop having my temper tantrum.
Oh, it was so hot in there though.
Yeah.
The beginning of the season's the most absolute like. It's the most devious
Hey,
because
at least I had a mini fan this year.
yeah.
That I
Thank
think.
you for that. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
please. Because I would have been sitting there probably already like sweating it off and everything.
You just start like tapping your leg, like, oh my god, just
Yeah,
having
exactly.
a temper tantrum,
Yeah.
and then it's hot, and like, come
And
on.
I'm like-
yeah, it's a lot. It's fun. I didn't buy a lot of new fun makeup at Transworld this year.
Yeah.
And
Treasure was fun.
It was fun. It was a lot.
Yep. I've already yeah. It was a lot.
It was traumatizing. But also, I had someone throwing up in my car on the way there was a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you didn't tell Jean about
That
that.
was bad. That was absolutely bad.
Bad for you is bad for me.
That was
Poor
bad.
girl. Oh, so sad.
Well, also just having to stop 24/7 too. You're probably like, okay, I want to get there.
She threw up probably hour and a half into the drive, a
Yeah.
5-hour drive. We tried a little bit of everything, and then
Yeah.
I was like 2 hours, like we're almost there 2 hours in, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm driving and I'm like, I hear her in the back and I'm just like,
No.
there's nothing I can do.
Oh, and you hear somebody vomit, and you're like, oh. No.
It wasn't that bad for me. I'm not that type of Malika is though.
Yeah.
Malika was, and
Oh
like,
gosh.
I felt bad for her too, because she did.
She was like, oh my God.
She did not ask for that, and so yeah.
Yeah.
But I bought a lot of the fun makeup things last year, but I'm excited to have new paints.
Yeah.
New paint colors to use. No.
Ready for the season?
No,
No.
not at all. Yeah.
Yeah. If there was one piece of advice for people who want to start out like doing makeup, or I mean even acting, or I mean even people who are going into their first season doing like the whole like makeup like thing and everything, what would you say to them?
Makeup, I'd say use social media resources a lot. Like, watch the little videos of people doing it. And trial and error on yourself is going to be a big thing, because
Yeah.
that's what that's how I learned. Like, you're only going to learn if you make mistakes.
Yeah.
So And makeup that's quite literally the biggest part of makeup is trial and error for different people because different things work for different people.
Yeah.
Acting tips, I don't really got any acting tips because I'm just so good.
Yeah.
So good at acting.
Yeah.
I think just find a groove of like what you want to look like and ask your makeup artist to do it to what level. Because if you feel like your makeup is not good, correct me if I'm wrong. If you don't feel like your makeup looks to how you want it to look,
Yeah.
you're not gonna act as well because you're gonna be self-conscious about it. So I think just speaking up for how you want your makeup to look, coming from a makeup artist, because I want you to perform well. I want someone to perform well.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
No, that's definitely how it is though.
Yeah.
If you feel like your makeup is not like as good as you want it to, you're kind of like thrown off.
Yeah,
a
you're
little
like,
bit.
oh, but my makeup sucks, so I'm gonna suck.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna like it, and like, just go up to it. If you feel too scared to say it to the artist that did it, someone else, just be like,
Yeah.
psst,
Yeah, no, just be like,
fix it.
be like, hey,
Can you fix it,
fix it.
please? Thank you. I've
Or
had
if you want to be a dickhead, I mean, just then you can, whatever.
take the spray blood.
Yeah.
People
exactly.
do that. They take the spray blood and just go. Psh, 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 psh.
Yeah, no.
And I'm like,
Just don't. I mean, just
or charcoal powder.
just don't be a dick about it. I mean, we try to refrain from drama, and everything. Just don't. Just please don't. We're trying to have fun. There you go. Everybody has fun. If you're having fun, everybody has fun, unless somebody really is and they're like, you know what? That person's having fun. I'm having fun.
What's
But
I'm trying to think of the Spanish word for bitch. What is it?
puta.
Yeah.
Puta.
It's
Puta.
puta. Yeah.
Puta madre. I've been around Brazil a lot.
I just say witch with a capital B.
That's crazy.
People on the boat and everything like that. People being horrible people just don't.
Maybe you're
Don't-
the horrible people. People are so nice to me.
I don't know.
Audience?
I love you.
What about? Hey Xander, how do you feel like Brady's a horrible person?
Yes.
Audience? Maybe. All right.
Nah.
Now we're turning this around. Now I'm gonna interview you.
Nah.
What are you doing?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. I
Nah.
can feel it.
Yeah.
Why? Because we all just called you horrible.
No.
Okay.
Is there anything you want to say to the people who just want to get into haunted house acting, or I mean,
Don't
makeup
be-
art?
Check your local listings. Check your yellow pages. Use social media. Let social media do its social media thing.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Do it. Full send it.
Yeah. YOLO. Life's too short. I've
only-
been saying that a lot.
You only live once, that we know of. Ooh. But on that note, it was nice having you on here.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned for the next one.